countdown to blast off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Lord Blood-Rah's Wrackin Theater. Lord Blood-Rah, good! Welcome.
Oh, my lords and ladies, geeks, geekerellas, geekulas, and geekeritas. I am Lord Blood-Rah, and this is Lord Blood-Rah's Nerve-Wrackin' Theater. And tonight's film is Ring of Terror. That's about all there is to say, really. I mean, it was featured in a great episode of Mystery Science Theater 3000, so there's that. Oh, it was also featured in Steve Miller's 2010 book, 150 Movies You Should Die Before You See. It got 5 thumbs down. Mainly because the actors were so, hey, you know what? You'll see for yourself. Look, this is no Santa Claus and the Ice Cream Bunny, okay? It's not that painful, but your favorite beverages and snacks and whatevers will come in handy for this one. Well, my lords and ladies, here it comes. Here is Ring of Terror.
let me invite you for a stroll down Graveyard Lane, where beauty and love abide. And in death, we are born to eternal life. All monuments, from the simplest to elaborate, stand erect on the closed books of the lives of our beloved departed. And each marker withholds many stories, some filled with happiness, some filled with sorrow. I wonder, what would they do if they had the chance to relive their lives again? What would you do? Yuma? 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 Come to Rigor. Where are you? Ah. Don't be afraid, Yuma. Don't be afraid. Nice kitty. Yes. Nice Puma. Were you frightened, Puma? Nice kitty. Yes, Puma. Now, just you and I go for a stroll, huh? I'm sorry, Puma. I didn't mean to step on you. Yuma? 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 Where are you? Don't be afraid. There, Puma. Come to Rigor, Puma. I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't mean to step on you. Louis B. Moffat. February 3rd, 1933. November 17, 1955. I feared not. I remember him. I remember. Louis B. Moffat.
Hey, I'm going to the cafeteria. Anybody hungry?
Waiting for you. Ready.
Come on, the girls will be there.
Where are you going?
To the cafeteria.
Oh, not now. Maybe later.
Say, when is your first lecture in dissection?
It's any day now.
You're in for quite a treat. Professor Rayburn is a terrific cut-up.
Say, how's your stomach, Lou? Physically, I'm fine, but technically, well, that's another story. I gotta keep hitting the books.
Betty might be at the cafeteria. Ah, come on, let's leave. Let's go, fellas. I'm stuck. I hope the hamburgers are good tonight.
Spoiler alert, Louis isn't going to make it. And no wonder, he looks like he's had a pretty hard life. His tombstone said Lewis died at 22. That's not a 22-year-old. In fact, the actor who played Lewis, George E. Mather, was 42 when he filmed this movie. I'm willing to bet that a 42-year-old, 22-year-old is going to be the strangest thing you will see in this movie tonight. Even weirder than a cat named Puma. Do you love horror, science fiction, B-movies, horror hosts, old-time radio, just plain spooky stuff? Then you should sign up at patreon.com/Lord Blood-Rah. You'll be supporting the production of Lord Blood-Rah's Nerve-Wrackin Theater, presenting the best, worst, and wildest horror films ever made. Lord Blood-Rah's Nerve-Wrackin Auditorium, featuring the best of old-time radio horror. Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour, showing classic 1950s sci-fi shows for Star Cadets of all ages. Plus, you'll get exclusive access to bonus content like Behind the Curtains of the Nerve-Wrackin Auditorium, a deep dive into radio horror. Lord Blood-Rah's B-movie reviews, a look at a classic low-budget drive-in feature, and much more. Sign up today at patreon.com/Lord Blood-Rah for the love of horror.
I feel myself going back to the animal instinct. I lock myself in there with him, feeling that I might do something terrible. Ah! Billy! Billy! Help!
Now back to Ring of Terror, where our elderly 22-year-old is studying hard for his corpse cut-up class. So hard, in fact, he's ignoring his equally elderly girlfriend.
Quite frankly, I was never so bored in all my life. We parked on the drive, and the first thing he did was turn the car light on. Aw. Then he opened the glove compartment, took out some paper, and read me 7 chapters from a book he's writing. What's the name of the book? Oh, that I remember. He called it The Beat Evolution.
Alice, are you sure there were no calls on it today?
The phone hasn't rung even once. Has it, Bunny?
Not even once. Gee, that's funny. When Lewis says he'll call, he's always right on the dot. I wonder if anything's wrong.
Are you kidding? Nothing will ever happen to that one.
Why not? He's just like any other human being.
Is he? Not from what I hear.
What do you hear, Alice?
Well, Jerry says he's got nerve that won't quit. My boyfriend Seymour says he likes him.
Alice, you were saying something. I sure wish you'd finish.
I just happen to think he's a little on the oddball side, that's all.
Well, you might not if you understood him.
Do you understand him?
I think I do. Well, pretty well, anyway. I always get the feeling that there's a fight going on inside of him. I can't quite explain it to you, but it's like there were 2 people inside of him, 2 separate personalities trying to gain control. I know I'm not putting it right, but I know how I feel when I'm with him.
Betty, I think you're in love with the man.
I could be, if it weren't for one thing.
What's that?
Nothing seems to shake him. He's not afraid of anything. It might hurt him someday. What do you think?
Oh, you could go crazy trying to figure the answer to that one.
I'm going to call him.
Well, it's going to start getting pretty sticky in here in a few minutes. I'm going over to Jenny's room. See you at the cafeteria. Come on, let's go to the cafeteria.
Hello? This is Louis Moffat.
Betty,
missed you at the cafeteria.
I was at the hairdresser's.
Oh? On account of our date?
What else?
Well, you're going to be the slickest chick at that ever-loving hop. What are you doing?
Waiting for you to ask me what I'm doing.
Well, the gang have gone down to the cafeteria. Would you like to join them?
I'll pick you up.
Now, that's what I call service. Send Mr. Moffat's car around to the door, James. You must have jets on this heap.
My launching pad is only 3 blocks away, remember?
Yeah.
Let's continue. To the moon.
To the moon. Can't we spend a quiet evening, like alone?
Well, we're expecting Professor Rayburn to notify us. The fellas ought to all be together in case he does. You know, the autopsy's being conducted at City Morgue, and John Does don't grow on slabs every day.
We wouldn't be gone long.
Okay. We go for a short drive, moonlight, and then to the cafeteria.
You're so romantic. Magnolia blossoms. Aren't they lovely? I wish you were studying law or architecture or engineering or anything except medicine.
But, darling...
Well, just because your father was a doctor doesn't mean you have to carry on with a life that was set by someone else.
Betty, we've been over all that before. I'm studying medicine not because Dad was a doctor, but because, well, I feel I have the qualifications that'll make a good doctor. For instance, I'm not afraid of any of it. I'm not afraid of the blood or the corpses or the operations. And things like that are important for a doctor to do his duties well. I'm sorry, Betty, if you're not interested in all that.
It's my fault, darling. I'll never bring up the subject again.
It's a rattler. Hold still, Betty. Are you all right, Betty?
I'm all right, Louis. You're not afraid of anything. Not anything.
The best?
Oh, honey, Cook, I enjoyed them all. I'd like to try a raspberry. You'll have another one with me?
I shouldn't, but... Well, all right. Hey, Howard, come here a minute, will you? What is it, Tiny?
Bring Ragdoll another soda. Make it raspberry, will you? Hey, make it 2.
2 raspberry sodas. For the last of the big-time spenders.
I
don't know. I wonder what happened to him. Oh, if I know him, he's still as deaf. Odd fellow, that Moffat. Rarely mixes with anybody or anything. Just books, classes, and more books.
You're forgetting Betty Crawford. What she sees in him, I'll never know. She's beautiful and smart, too.
Yeah, she's very devoted to him. Doesn't play the field, like some girls I know.
She coming to the hop tomorrow night?
Yeah, with Lewis.
He won't be there. Not if the autopsy's for tomorrow night.
Him and 15 other guys. All of you will be dancing with tears in your eyes. Because the boy in your arms is a girl.
You doctors to be always spoil our social life with your all-night study routine.
That's all part of a doctor's training. Getting used to the irregular hours of a doctor's life.
Oh, here they come now. Gee, she looks like she's just seen a ghost.
Hi, gang. What's new?
Hi, Betty. Don't tell me you took her to the morgue to look at all the dead bodies.
I just had a rendezvous with the rattlesnake. It crawled into the car while we were parked. But Lewis killed it.
Gee, no wonder she's pale.
I'd have fainted.
Lou, I saw Professor Rayburn on the way down. He said the coroner might have a stiff ready for us by tomorrow night.
Hey, that's great.
Yeah, as soon as the city coroner confirms it, he'll let us know the exact time.
Well, this autopsy begins our careers in medicine. And anyway, maybe it won't happen tomorrow night.
My lords and ladies, I've hosted movies here in the Wrackin Theater about two-headed monsters, swamp creatures, ancient witches, and ape men. But this is possibly the most unbelievable thing ever shown on this show. There is no way that music is coming from that band. No way. Old Time Radio Horror. Experience the subtle magic of old-time radio horror every week with Lord Blood-Rah's nerve-wracking auditorium, chilling audio nightmares from radio classics like Lights Out, The Witch's Tale, Dark Fantasy, and many more. Available on YouTube and most podcast providers. Lord Blood-Rah's nerve-wracking auditorium. Please leave your eyes at the door. You will not need them.
The artist, the poet, the figure model who loves to show it. suppose he could be physically attracted to her?
No, man, he ain't the type. He don't get enough vitamin E.
All these are beat. All these you'll meet in a bucket of blood.
Let us make the scene. Crazy.
Come, enjoy yourself. Where the hilarious enjoy the horrifying. In a bucket of blood.
No, you're gonna shoot me! Don't shoot!
Come to the land of living dreams, where realists dream of the unreal.
Walter, you've done something to me. Something deep down inside of my prana. Oh, Walter, I want to be with you. You're creative.
Beatniks at their bawdiest. The creative urge at its most primitive.
I'm deeply moved, and I shall compose a poem.
Love is art. Art is love. It's the weirdest and the wildest.
I don't want to make statues anymore. I want to get married. To you.
Look crazy.
And here's your check.
Check? Hey, is this a price? Or is that your telephone number?
You'll have to do better than that, Tiny. I heard that one about 5 years ago. It was a joke about my IQ test then.
Come on, let's eat. This is great. Saccharin tablets. Help to keep the weight down. I gotta make that fraternity.
Again, these folks are supposed to be in their 20s.
Hey, you know what? I heard that music is a real fine form of exercise, especially dancing to it, too. You wanna? Sure! Come on.
Look like they're going to provide a lot of kicks this year, Howard. What do you got cooked up for the initiation?
Well, the radiology class has some new routines worked out for the budding medics. I hope the boys can take it.
I hear they got hold of some stunts tried out at Yale and Cornell. Not to mention jolly old Oxford.
They even have one from the University of Naples, which dates way, way back.
Berlinopoli. So what do you got, a paisan?
Well, to tell you the truth, it's pretty gruesome. I don't know whether fellas are going to be able to take it or not.
Sounds terrific. Hey, what gives?
Buddy, not a meeting. Besides, we can't give the pledges out their routines until after I see how they make out in their first autopsy, which I think will be tonight.
Jason, bring the bass.
Professor Rayburn. Hello, Moffat. Professor Rayburn, may I ask a favor of you?
Why, certainly. What is it?
Well, I understand that you use a student to assist you at your autopsies.
Yes, but that shouldn't concern you. I usually pick seniors.
Well, I was wondering if I might help you.
That's odd. Most of the fellas try to dodge it. They give me all kinds of lame duck excuses, from heart condition to athlete's foot.
Well, I think it'd be very interesting, and, well, may I, sir?
Well, all right. I tell you what you do. You go by the morgue just before class and slip into a surgical gown. And I'll give you your instructions.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it, sir.
Yeah.
Hello? This is Dr. Rayburn. Oh, yes, Carl. You have one ready? Oh, no, it's not too late. I'd rather have it tonight. Well, you see, tomorrow is Saturday, and there's no class until Monday, so... Oh, that'll be fine. Yes, I'll notify the class immediately. Thank you. This is Professor Rayburn speaking.
Oh, Professor Rayburn.
Yes. Will you notify the boys to be at the City Morgue, 315 Broadway, at 8:45 tonight?
Yes, I'll get word to the others. The City Morgue, 315 Broadway, 8:45 tonight.
Thank you.
Right. This is it, fellas. City Morgue, 8:45 tonight. Listen, I'll go over to Morrison Hall and tell the rest. And Jim, you go to the North Dormitory and spread the word around. Let's go. Hurry up, we have to be at the morgue in 15 minutes. Howard, can we use your station wagon?
It's all right with me, but let's get going.
And Jerry, you can take 6, can't you?
Yeah, I can take 6 with me.
Good. We'll see you there. And remember, 315 Broadway. Come on, let's go. Be there. 315 Broadway.
Gentlemen, this is your first gastrovascular dissection. It is the threshold of your future medical career. Some of us may succeed, and some of us may falter. However strong we may feel, some of us cannot overcome certain inner emotions. And when we view an autopsy of this kind, let me say to you to feel free to leave the class if you should feel nauseous. It is sometimes difficult for us to accustom ourselves to the callousness of what is to follow. Mr. Moffat, will you roll in Mr. John Doe, please? Mr. John Doe left this world with one possession on him, a gold ring.
Behold, the Ring of Terror. Is it a cursed ancient relic from some mysterious past civilization that means certain death for anyone who gazes upon it? Or did the dead guy get it out of a Cracker Jack box? For you younger viewers, ask your grandparents what Cracker Jacks were.
Attention, Star Cadets! This is Captain Paxar of the Interdimensional Peace Force speaking. All Star Cadets are ordered to report every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Earth Pacific Standard Time to these internet coordinates, where you will be sent on a daring mission through time, space, and alternate dimensions, alongside such classic retro sci-fi heroes as Flash Gordon, Captain Zero, Tom Corbett's Space Cadet, Space Angel, and many others. Again, report to these internet coordinates every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Earth Pacific Standard Time for Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour. And always remember, Star Cadets, keep the peace.
Dance, baby, dance, come and dance with me. Hear the beat of the pounding sea. Ride, baby, ride, come and ride with me. Let your feet go easy.
What do you make of this? Where does the other end go? It dumps into the ocean.
It looks exactly like the South American Fantigua fish. I hope you can take one alive, Sheriff.
I still believe that a human clawed that girl to death. The Beach Girls and the Monster, starring John Hall, Sue Casey, and the glamorous Watusi dancing girls from Hollywood's famed Whiskey A Go-Go nightclub. Music by Frank Sinatra Jr.
You got a monster in the surf. Yeah, yeah.
Chicks, do you have a problem? You won't have after you meet the monster on the beach. If you see this ghoul, play it cool. Beauties in bikinis, laughing, singing, surfing, sinning. Beach party lovers making hey hey in the moonlight while the monster waits and watches. Yeah. This one will kill you.
We now return to Ring of Terror, where the titular ring currently resides on the finger of a corpse about to be dissected for the edification of the middle-aged actors masquerading as college students.
Mr. John Doe left this world with one possession on him, a gold ring. We shall begin with a pectoral incision. Then we follow with an abdominal incision. We have now exposed the gastrovascular cavity. We have cut through the epidermis, and you see this yellow mass. That's the fatty tissue. It reminds you of chicken fat. We then proceed to the right and locate the duodenum. Now, gentlemen, please pay close attention. I'm about to show you some of the striata and some of the non-striata muscles. Now, this is most important in the human body. I'll tell you what. Muscles make the body function or lesser or a greater degree. For example, some of you from the pinch, right? Non-striata. And in your right hand, you had one that was a plus striate. It's really very simple. Now that we've made the pectoric incision, I want you to notice all the fleshy tissue up around the chest. This man must have led a very full and active life. Perhaps he was a carpenter or bricklayer, but his muscle structure up in his chest is just fantastic. You notice all the tissue in here? See that? Now, another indication, gentlemen. When you look at the duodenum down here on the right, you find, all kinds of little things. They look like, well, chicken eggs sometimes, except chicken egg with a broken blood vessel in it, you might say. It's a kind of a dark, bloody mass. Well, it's not very pleasant to look at, I must admit, but it's most important to the human anatomy. Very important indeed. As we look in the upper chest cavity, you will notice something that is most important. The aorta. The aorta is the... Now, gentlemen, you have just seen your first medical dissection. Mr. John Doe has rendered posthumously a great service to medical science. Tomorrow he will be transferred to the General Mausoleum of the Raven Hill Cemetery, where he will be stored for about a week in the receiving vault. After that week, he will probably be buried there in Potter's Field. Mr. Moffat, you may escort Mr. John Doe to his drawer.
Something happened to the lights. Don't let it look after me. Please. It's dark. Somebody. I'm afraid.
What is it? What's the matter?
You were talking in your sleep. What's wrong? Having a nightmare?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. What are you doing with my book?
The Psychology of Fear. What are you scared of?
Come on, let's get some sleep. What's the matter with you?
I was just thinking.
Do you have to do it staring at me?
You know, every time you have a nightmare, you always say the same words. Don't turn off the light.
What are you doing now? Taking notes?
What does it mean, anyway?
Ask a psychiatrist.
Don't get touchy.
Well, how do you think it feels to wake up and find some guy staring at you?
I don't mean to bug you about it.
It's the same nightmare I've been having ever since I was a kid. It's got some meaning, I guess, but I don't know what it is. Maybe I've been around too many dead bodies. Look, if it annoys you, I can move to another room.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. I just wondered.
Don't you ever have nightmares?
After that autopsy, I'll probably have plenty of them.
Look, it's 10 minutes after 4. Let's get some sleep, huh? I can't say I blame them, though. We did leave them stranded at the dance.
Alice won't even look at me.
I don't know how they have the nerve to want to speak to us even after last night. I'm tired of playing second fiddle to a skeleton.
Yeah, they'd rather be with those dead bodies over there than with these live ones right here.
Excuse me. Wait!
I was hoping they'd get over it before we do it again till Friday night.
That's right. It's a barbecue.
And also initiation night. When are we going to get our initiation assignments? The orders will be handed to us in sealed envelopes at 11 p.m. after the barbecue.
That ought to be a ball.
For whom? I hear some pretty gruesome story.
After that autopsy, what could be so tough?
Oh, that's where I came in. Hey, you're the only guy that didn't seem to mind it. Mr. Moffat, you may escort Mr. John Doe in. Say, I know what your initiation assignment should be.
Say, if you're thinking what I'm thinking.
Don't say it. We'll suggest it to the senior committee.
Well, I'm game, just so long as I make the fraternity.
Hey, we're going to be late for class. Let's go.
I'll see you, brother.
Boy, if they only knew what they're in for. Comes the dawn.
Brother. Hello, Bob.
Oh, hi, Moffat. Say, you handled yourself like an old pro at the dissection last night.
How much nerve does it take to push a cart around?
One with a dead body on it?
You're trying to make it sound like a big deal.
Hey, what's the story on you anyway, Moffat?
I don't know what you mean.
I mean, what are you trying to prove?
And what makes you think I'm trying to prove anything?
You're playing it bold and fearless these days. For some reason, too. Why? To impress the fraternity committee?
Hey, look. I've been looking all over for you.
You found me.
You know Wayne Arnold?
Yeah.
He was killed last night.
You're not kidding.
Driving that hopped-up car of his. Slammed right into a truck. They said he was going over 100 miles an hour when it happened. I'm going over to the funeral parlor tonight, and I wondered if you wanted to come along.
Gee, I'd like to, but I better hit the books.
What's the matter? Scared, Moffat?
You know, as a matter of fact, I can make it. After dinner, okay?
Sure.
Well, I better cut out. I'll see you then. So long, Bob.
So long, Pete.
From the depths of hell comes The Devil's Messenger, starring the master of mystery Lon Chaney and Karen Cannon.
Leave my message. You'd have to go back. Up there.
Oh, I can't. I won't go back.
You'll deliver that to a Mr. Donald Powell. Don't be afraid of me.
The Devil's Messenger delivers gifts from hell, turning man into a ravaging beast.
I took a picture of that old farmhouse. There's nobody in the picture. You saw it. Was there anybody in it?
No, there wasn't.
Somebody has come out of that house, and they're coming toward me.
Back from the dead, his lovely victim seeks revenge for her horrible death at the hands of a man driven mad by a gift from hell. Trapped in her icy tomb until the Devil's Messenger exposed her nakedness in her crystal prison.
Now let's get down to it.
She becomes the object of a scientist's lust. His consuming desire for her drives him to commit murder to keep her for himself. Not since Eve received the apple have gifts inflicted such unnatural consequences.
Tonight at midnight, you will be dead.
Just how do you intend to kill me?
I've no idea. I don't even know you.
The crystal ball foreshadows doom, for it is the plaything of the devil, and only he can change the events it foresees. You must see what the devil's messenger has in store for you.
Lord Blood-Rah's tremulous trailers.
Years away, I approach your planet. The birds of the air, the animals of the forest, they shall be my ears and my eyes. And because I see your most secret acts, you will know me as the beast with 1,000,000 eyes.
From worlds beyond comes a weird and wanton intelligence. A beast with 1,000,000 eyes, making of a woman's dog her attacker, setting afire flames of wild desire, making of a man's friend a violator of every code of decency, guilty of acts you'll never believe. See a man fight against supernatural forces for the girl he loves. See a beast with 1,000,000 eyes control a ship from outer space. One of the most fantastic terror thrills the screen has ever brought you. See the beast with 1,000,000 eyes.
What's wrong? I gotta get out of here. Come on.
What happened?
It got dark.
Yeah, the candle blew out.
Do you remember that nightmare I had? I said I didn't know what it meant.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't. But I do now. When I was 8 years old, my grandfather died, and the coffin was in the living room. The night before the funeral, I begged my mother to leave the light on in my room, and she wouldn't do it. And I cried. And she told me if I didn't stop, my grandfather would get up and give me a licking. And then she turned out the light and she left me. And I laid there all night in the dark, listening to all the sounds. Scared to death that body would get up and come into my room.
Wow. Well, now that you know what the reason is, it won't bother you anymore.
I sure hope so. Look, do me a favor, will you?
Sure.
Don't tell anybody what happened.
Don't worry, I won't tell anybody.
You know how it is. You just don't want people to think you're chicken.
Well, nobody thinks that anyway.
I sure hope not. I don't want them to start. Come on, let's get out of here.
As it stands, fellas, we have 18 assignments ready, each in a separate sealed envelope. Now we've got 3 more to go. Jerry, Tom Neely, and Louis Moffat.
Say, I just got a great idea. Take this down.
Okay.
Why not have Jerry as Bacchus, king of wine? Now, tomorrow we forbid him to touch any liquids all day long, not a drop, mind you. And then at the barbecue, we let him have all the liquid he wants.
You mean give him the works at Silver Lake Fountain? Great.
Tom Neely. Oh, yeah. The homely boy in the chemistry class. Another great idea. You got it? Now, we all know how these shindigs come out, don't we? Sooner or later, every boy and girl disappears into the shrubs. Why not have Neely now? Get this. Okay. And have Neely dressed as Cupid. Flashlight, bow and arrow, the whole works. Have him search through the shrubs and kiss every girl right in front of her date.
Be sure he wears his glasses for self-protection.
I don't think I've ever said this before on the Nerve-Wrackin' Theater, but I hate each and every one of these guys.
That it could happen in America. That it could happen now. That it could ever happen to me. Another murder tonight. At Watergate. My apartment.
You must issue the order that he be taken alive.
But the moon hasn't risen yet. Put a guard on me.
Okay, now, Louis Moffat.
Louis Moffat.
Hey, Clark, where have you been? All of the assignments are made except one.
Except Louis Moffat. We've got a great idea, and it fits him to a T. It's terrific. Go on, tell him. Listen to this, fellas. It's good. Well, at the autopsy, Moffat acted as if he'd played around with corpses all of his life. The entire procedure didn't bother him a bit.
A galvanized stomach, huh?
Professor Rayburn said that John Doe's body would be transferred to the Raven Hill General Mausoleum after the autopsy. Now, tomorrow night, after the barbecue, Moffat will be given...
excuse me.
No, I won't excuse you. I'm going to talk to you, and you're going to listen.
I don't care about anything you have to say. Will you please get out?
Not until you listen to me.
Okay. But make it short, will you?
First of all, why are you sore?
You don't know.
Well, I imagine it's about leaving you at the dance, isn't it?
You know perfectly well what
I
it is.
think that's a mighty thin reason. You know we had to make that lecture or flunk out automatically. We had no say in it.
I know that.
Then why are you mad?
I guess you really don't know.
Well, I'd certainly like to find out, if you don't mind telling me.
It isn't just the dance, Louis. It's the way you've been acting.
Oh?
You've been acting like some sort of Superman. At least that's what they say.
They?
They say you've been showing how fearless you are by wheeling dead bodies into classrooms. They say you've been acting like an oddball. They say you won't even let them like you.
They again. You know what I think about they every time I hear that word? I think of some big, gray, shapeless monster with a million faces and a million voices. And when you look close, nothing at all. If you listen to they, Betty, you'll be running around in circles all your life. It's you that I care about, not they, what they say, what they think. How do you feel?
I don't know. How would you feel if you heard strange things about me?
Well, I wouldn't stop talking to you until I found out whether it was true or not. I wouldn't let they make any decisions for me.
You, Dr. Walsh.
I imagine we ought to make a decision. My vote goes for Miss Lund. Miss Alice Lund.
I'll go along with that, too.
Well, I vote for Miss Milford. Miss Ragdoll Milford.
Who? He means the large one. He's kidding. He's gotta be. You are kidding, aren't you, young man?
No, sir. To me, she's lovely.
Well, I'd hoped we could make a unanimous decision, but that's your choice.
Yes, sir. And, you know, I think you both ought to vote for her, too.
Oh, you do? Why?
Well, so I've been told. Miss Milford has heart and spirit and soul and generosity and kindness, too.
We are selecting the winner of a beauty contest, not a den mother.
Oh.
Yep, I think I hate them too.
Well, if you're only interested in superficial values, surface qualities. Oh, well, even speaking of surface qualities, just look at the...
That'll do. I think we've reached a majority decision. You'll make the announcement, Professor Rayburn.
I'll be glad to. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to announce that the judges have reached a majority decision. It is my pleasure to announce the Queen of the Bacchanalian Festival as Miss Alice Lund.
up because there's going to be no one.
Oh, I got one here. I'll get another.
I can't pick this up. It's like going to, I got it and I lost it again.
Bacchus, the king of wine. Praise be Bacchus. Oh, no, you have 2 more minutes to go. Then you can have all you want.
I'm so thirsty, it seems like I've been without water for a month instead of just a day.
All right. Hey, fellas, His Highness craves to sup of yon nectar. Are we ready? Yeah. A tall, refreshing goblet of Coke nectar.
Well, Bacchus, didst thou get thy fill?
It's coming out of his seams. Well, did you spot any lovers?
Yeah, I'm afraid I did. Oh. But I'm not giving up so easy. I'm going to put this assignment on a paying basis.
Not a lot of terror happening here, is there? And there's only about 14 minutes left in the movie. Do you think they'll ramp up the terror before the end? Me neither. Do you love horror, science fiction, B-movies, horror hosts, old-time radio, just plain spooky stuff? Then you should sign up at patreon.com/Lord Blood-Rah. You'll be supporting the production of Lord Blood-Rah's Nerve-Wrackin Theater, presenting the best, worst, and wildest horror films ever made. Lord Blood-Rah's Nerve-Wrackin Auditorium, featuring the best of old-time radio horror. Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour, showing classic 1950s sci-fi shows for Star Cadets of all ages. Plus, you'll get exclusive access to bonus content like Behind the Curtains of the Nerve-Wrackin Auditorium, a deep dive into radio horror. Lord Blood-Rah's B-movie reviews, a look at a classic low-budget drive-in feature, and much more. Sign up today at patreon.com/Lord Blood-Rah for the love of horror.
Lobo, take the girl to my quarters.
Janet's car? Yeah. There's not a trace of it.
Let me loose. Do you hear me? You will be soon as big as a giant. Or, like all the others, dead.
Now, on to the conclusion of Ring of Terror, where there's a bacchanalian barbecue and fraternity initiations and all kinds of generally embarrassing things going on. But no terror. Yet. I wouldn't get my hopes up if I were you.
Oh, honey, you're for me. What about tomorrow night?
ask you a question?
What is it, Tiny?
Did you bring the mustard?
What a cute little chick.
Oh, come on, Tommy. I know what your mission is. Tommy, come on.
Oh, I almost made 36 inches. See?
Hey, you did pretty well, Tiny, considering.
You mean I'm in? I'm a brother?
Well, not quite.
What do you mean?
Here's your assignment.
Let's see. Tiny. For the next 7 days, you will forego all food, whatever, with the exception of bread and water at 3 regular intervals a day. Oh, no, that's too much. I quit. Here, you can have my saccharine bottle and take back your assignment. I don't want to be anybody's brother that bad. Besides, I already got me a brother. And I got a sister, too. I'm going to go find Ragdoll because she likes me just the way I am.
Now, wait a minute, Tiny. Wait a minute.
What do you want?
You passed.
Yeah?
I was just kidding you. You passed your initiation. You won it.
Yeah?
Didn't have the heart to keep you worrying about it.
Oh, you mean I'm a brother? Oh, boy. Wait till I tell Ragdoll.
It's almost 11:30. My assignment.
May I read it?
Sorry, darling. Against the rules. You shall go to Ravenhill Cemetery. Enter the General Mausoleum. In aisle 3, crypt 18, you will find the remains of autopsy John Doe. On his right angular finger, you'll find a gold ring, which you must deliver to the president of the Senior Initiation Committee upon your return to the campus. The Senior Committee will later make proper restitution through the caretaker of Ravenhill.
What's wrong, Louis? You're not scared, are you? You are. For the first time in your life, you're really scared.
Don't be silly. There's nothing to it. I've got to go.
Please be careful, darling.
I'll see you when I get back.
Hey, Bob, have you seen Lou around?
Yeah, he should be back any minute.
Where'd he go?
On his assignment. Hey, what about you? Did you finish yours?
Yes, I asked everyone who lives on Howard Street for a penny.
And?
I got 23 cents.
23 cents? You were gone 4.5 hours and all you got is 23 cents?
It must be the recession. Say, what kind of an assignment did Lou get?
Well, he'll tell you. If he's able to tell you when he gets back.
You know, I heard you guys gave an assignment that dates back to the 15th century.
About that time.
Is that the one Lou got?
Hey, why all the curiosity?
Oh, I just wondered if Lou's assignment was as weird as mine.
Weird? Yeah, I guess that is the word for it. Weird.
Louis B. Moffat, I feared not. Yet fear dwells within all of us, young and old alike. Has terrifying fear ever gripped your heart?
So, the cat did it! Finally, someone did something in this movie. You know, this film felt like a pilot for a horror anthology series. If it were a hit, or even just slightly good, it might have been. Think of it. There could have been a whole film series on the adventures of R.J. Dobson, graveyard custodian, and his cat Puma. Well, that probably worked out for the best. We'll be right back.
How much Jack do you think's in that strong rock?
I don't know. There's plenty of Cuban sugar, though.
Here's what happened. The general beat his friend Castro to the Cuban treasury. The strongbox is now on this boat. So are a deported American gangster and his moll. And lurking in the depths is the creature from the haunted sea.
You're a crazy mixed-up kid.
I am perfectly adjusted to my life of crime.
Don't worry, Mary Bell. I'll save you.
It's all right. Be calm, everybody. The boat's insured.
Beware. The creature from the haunted sea.
And now, as always, a mercifully short film means a big surprise for you. And tonight we have a Monster Kid blast from the past. If you're like me, old, then you remember the great days of Saturday morning cartoons. And to Monster Kids, that meant a whole selection of animated and live-action offerings, including our surprise tonight. Tonight we have 2 episodes of the 1963 cartoon series, Milton the Monster. Milton the Monster stars the voice of Bob McFadden, doing his best Gomer Pyle impression as the soft-hearted Frankenstein's monster parody, Milton. Bob McFadden was a voice actor, impersonator, and singer who contributed to the monster novelty song craze of the late 50s and early 60s with the songs The Mummy, Dracula Cha-Cha-Cha, and Frankie and Igor at a Rock and Roll Party. You can find these songs on YouTube. They're really fun Halloween listening. Well, my lords and ladies, without further ado, I give to you Milton the Monster in Abercrombie the Zombie.
On top of Old Horror Hill, in a secret laboratory, Professor Weirdo and Count Kook were in their monstrous glory. 6 drops drops of the essence of terror, 5 drops of sinister sauce.
When the stirring's done, may I lick the spoon?
Of course, of course. Now for the tincture of tenderness, but I must use only a touch. For without a touch of tenderness, it might destroy me. Oops, too much. Better hold your breath, it's starting to tick.
Better hold my hand, I'm feeling sick.
Hello, Dad. What have I done? I'm Milton, your brand new son. Count Cook! Count Cook!
You scream for me, Professor Weirdo?
I can't stand it any longer. Milton has to go. I was just about to relax on my bed of nails, and look!
A foam rubber mattress?
I've got to get rid of him. But how?
It's Professor Fruitcake.
With his new monster, Abercrombie the Zombie. I know, I'll steal Fruitcake's monster.
But how would that help us?
He'll be in the market for another monster, and I'll sell him Milton. The zombie must be around here somewhere.
The zombie? Oh, he looks horrible.
Stop shining the light in my face. In there! Quick, my skeleton key. I don't have time to talk now, Harry. You occupy his mind while I slip this collar around him.
This little zombie went to market. This little zombie stayed home.
Boys, keep an eye on him.
Do you know how to play old maid? Abercrombie, my zombie, why are you so quiet? You're gone! Abercrombie! Abercrombie, here, boy!
Now remember, Milton, we're playing a little joke on Professor Fruitcake, so when he arrives, look vicious. How's this? Not only did I make an awful monster, I made a rotten actor, too.
Professor Weirdo! Professor Weirdo! My zombie disappeared! Without a monster in the house, I can't sleep!
You're in luck. This is my annual monster sale. Milton! Hello. grr. Don't let his smile fool you. He can get nasty.
I'll give you $1 for him.
I can get nasty, too. I want $500 for him. Grr.
I'll give you $2 and my skate key.
Sold.
Here you are, Milton. This is your room, and I know you'll be happy here. And don't forget to make plenty of noise. What's wrong with my new monster? He hasn't made a sound all night. A teddy bear? You take a teddy bear to bed?
Yes. So it won't be jealous of my giraffe.
Weirdo tricked me. This monster has been given too much tincture of tenderness, and there's no cure for that. But I will have the last laugh. Ha, 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 ha.
Let's give Abercrombie the zombie his toothbrush and towel. Where's Abercrombie?
We caught him cheating.
So we sent him home. Professor Fruitcake, for doing me such a favor, but I baked you a fruitcake.
Milton's driven him batty. You're not angry?
You put in too much tincture of tenderness, but I found an antidote.
Impossible. No mad scientist can find one.
Maybe a mad scientist can't, but a mad scientist can. Just look what Milton's done. He not only pushed over this tower, he destroyed Rome.
That's monstrous. I must have Milton back. I'll give you $5 for him.
Now I'm getting nasty.
All right, $100. $500. $550.
$1,000.
$1,100.
$1,600.
$2,000.
Sold. All right, Milton, you're home again.
Oh, good. My teddy bear was getting homesick.
Assume the position and open your minds wide. It's time for your
Cranial cavity search.
Yes, my lords and ladies, the cranial cavity search. Here's a chance for all you great geeks out there to prove your geek cred by showing what you know. And tonight's cranial cavity search question is: in the 1967 Rankin-Bass animated classic, Mad Monster Party, all the classic monsters are there to join in on the fun. But one classic monster is simply called It. Which monster in Mad Monster Party is called It? Is it A, Godzilla, B, the Blob, C, King Kong, or D, the Phantom of the Opera? Which monster was called It? We'll find out after these monstrous commercials. And the answer to tonight's cranial cavity search question: which classic monster in the animated classic Mad Monster Party was simply called It? It was C, King Kong. Yes, King Kong, everyone's favorite giant ape. Now, all the monsters in Mad Monster Party are called by their well-known names, other than Frankenstein's monster, who is called Fang, by the actress who voiced the monster's mate, comedian Phyllis Diller. But King Kong, who puts in an appearance at the end of the film, is just called It. And why? Because the producers didn't want to pay for the rights to use the name King Kong. All the other monsters' names were in the public domain, or so generic, like calling the creature from the Black Lagoon the creature, that they didn't have to pay for the rights to use them. Oh, by the way, I should add that the voice of Baron von Frankenstein was supplied by none other than the great Boris Karloff. But now, on to our second Milton the Monster cartoon. Here is A Pie in the Sky.
On top of Old Horror Hill, in a secret laboratory, Professor Weirdo and Count Kook were in their monstrous glory. 6 drops of the essence of terror, 5 drops of sinister sauce.
When the stirring's done, may I lick the spoon?
Of course, of course. Now for the tincture of tenderness, but I must use only a touch. For without a touch of tenderness, it might destroy me. Oops, too much. Better hold your breath, it's starting to tick.
Better hold my hand, I'm feeling sick.
Hello, Dad. What have I done? I'm Milton, your brand new son. Gargoyle oil. Count Kook, hand me the hairy knuckle powder. Well?
We're all out of hairy knuckle powder.
How can I make a monster with bald knuckles? I'll have to borrow some. Oh, Milton!
Yes, Professor Weirdo?
Go to Professor Fruitcake's and borrow a cup of hairy knuckle powder. And hurry!
Watch my smoke. Hello, Professor Fruitcake.
Oh, it's Milton the Monster. What do you want?
Professor Weirdo wants to borrow a cup of hairy knuckle powder.
Wait, Abercrombie the Zombie will let you have it.
Oh, thank you.
Here comes Milton.
With the hairy knuckle powder?
No, with a black eye.
That's why I didn't go myself. I'll get even with Professor Fruitcake.
A pie.
Don't cut it. It's for Professor Fruitcake.
You baked the pie for him?
It's a special recipe. Mincemeat.
Mincemeat? It looks more like a bomb.
Yes, but when Professor Fruitcake tries to cut it, it will make mincemeat out of him. Oh, Hebe, GB, take this pie to Professor Fruitcake.
Yum.
It makes my tooth water.
In a little while, there'll be a pie in the sky with Professor Fruitcake on top of it.
For me? Thank you. I'm so thrilled I could explode. Just a minute. I baked a cake for Professor Wildo. Wish him hearty appetite and happy landings.
The fool! While we're enjoying his cake, my pie will blow up in his face.
What kind of a cake was that?
I guess it was an upside-down cake.
Now I'm getting mad, and when a mad scientist gets mad, he gets nasty.
Yes? Congratulations, Abercrombie the Zombie. Monster Magazine has just voted you Monster of the Month. Follow me. They want to take your picture for the magazine. Gee, I'll be a cover monster. You'll be a June goon. Before we take your picture, Hebe and GB will crown you. Hebe, GB, Abercrombie is ready. Hey, I thought you were going to take my picture.
Smile! Now let's pay Professor Fruitcake a visit. I have captured Abercrombie, and unless you give me a cup of hairy knuckle powder, I will turn my monsters loose on you.
I give up! The hairy knuckle powder is in my vault. To open the door, pull that lever. Now I've captured your monsters.
Yes, but I still have one left. May I use your phone? Hello, Milton. Come right over to Professor Fruitcake's.
Help! Help!
Abercrombie, what are you doing down there?
I guess I'm being punished for hitting you.
Oh, that's all right. I'm a bit of a hothead myself.
Milton, it'll be a fair fight. One monster against none.
Abercrombie!
That isn't fair. One monster against one.
Professor Weirdo should be flying out any second now.
Thanks for the cup of hairy knuckle powder.
He didn't hurt you?
Of course not. One mad scientist would never hurt another mad scientist. Well, goodbye, Professor Fruitcake.
Oh, Professor Weirdo?
Yes, Professor Fruitcake?
That's in case you forget to bring back the empty cup.
Well, my lords and ladies, a visit to our great memories of Saturday morning cartoon bliss and the film Ring of Terror. Now, that's what you call a mixed bag. Well, my lords and ladies, I want to thank you all for watching, and I want to invite you all back again next week when we'll do whatever this is all over again. As always, I am Lord Blood-Rah saying, geek out.